Hey guys, my name is Nina Means. I'm the director for Austin Community College Fashion Incubator. And I wanted to take a minute to kind of talk about some things that, I'm particularly passionate about the future of where our industry is going. This is Coffee Talk. This is our way that we get our week started, just kind of sharing a little bit about some of the different programs that we're up to, as well as talking about some of the things that are happening in our industry and how important that is to have these dialogues, have these discussions before our week really gets started, kind of setting our intentions for the week. So sometimes I think about a little bit more about why we do what we do and what resources we have at our disposal to really leverage the change that we really want to see in the world. And I think about some of the opportunities that we have, especially in this climate, from culture to politics to economy, about the opportunities we have with nearshoring. And what I mean by nearshoring is bringing a lot of what we create closer to where we use them. So, instead of making things super far away that have to be managed with a variety of hurdles, the opportunity that we have to be able to manage our product more close to home, I think creates an opportunity for us to be a bit more targeted in what we bring to market. So, without the volume requirements to make that, feasible for a price point. So this kind of begs the question of, mass customization. What is the future of mass customization, and what does that even mean? I think that a lot of times, when we're talking about our industry, we've always been so focused on volume. It's been such a volume business. You make more money whenever you make more units, and the price per unit goes down with the number of units going up. And, when you reorder, that's kind of your sweet spot. You get even more money from that because you don't have a product development hurdle. Okay, we could go into that rabbit hole. We're coming out. So what we want to talk about here is, okay, well, what are the opportunities with actually being able to target an actual product just for the customer who wants to purchase it. This is really shifting from a supply, driven model versus a demand driven model, and saying, well, if the customer actually wants to purchase it, then they can do that. And when they decide they want to purchase it, we'll make it for them. And so this is a shift. This is a turn on its head, right? Of what's available in the market. How does that come to be? And I think that it helps us to say, this is actually what I really wanted in the first place. And so the hope is that that means that we'll love it longer. We will invest in it more. We'll have an opportunity to put our own thumbprint on the products that we purchase. And hopefully we'll see a change in the way that we experience our industry, from a sustainability standpoint. I think for those of us who've grown up in a supply-driven world in fashion, that's a bit scary, when it's been about volume and it's been about, creating copious amounts of product that we then market heavily to our audience and convince that, this is what you want to purchase. The idea that now we are appealing to sensibilities and values and authenticity to promote products that are actually needed and desired to underscore the lives that we're already living. This is a completely different way of thinking about how we engage with our products. I think we're seeing this in technology. We're seeing this in, a variety of other ways that we're spending our money. What we watch, that's a product, it's a consumption. How we are engaging that way. And so, whenever we're looking at how we are now customizing it out, it allows us to add a lot more technology to the creation of the products that we are actually having people purchase, and so one of the things that I always love sharing about is the Innovation Center at the Gerber Technology offices in New York City. If you're familiar with Gerber Technology, they're 50-year industry veterans in the fashion apparel, soft goods space. Really, anytime you're going to cut a soft good and fold it around a form, this is really where Gerber shows up. So whether it's aeronautics, whether it's aviation, whether it's furniture, fashion and apparel, now PPE, you'll see Gerber show up in a lot of different spaces. In fact, They are just now coming off of their ideation conference for 2020, completely virtual in multiple languages around the world. So they've shown up so many different places, but still getting a chance to share that message of what the benefits are of working in a mass customized way. So really having a much more targeted product that integrates technology at a much higher level in the supply chain and allows you to bring the right product to market in a timely way. And so this is really something that we've talked about in our business for years, for decades, really. And it's kind of resulted in sharper, supply chain models and, really tight turnarounds, case study after case study on brands that have done faster, better. But sometimes fasters come at such a high cost. And so what we're looking at is, okay, well, if it's much more aligned with the actual customer desire, the reduction in what happens on the waste side should actually happen. We should actually be decreasing waste when we're more specific. And so the idea of, instead of saying, oh, well, we're going to do customization and it's going to be very small units, this is now the idea of being able to generate mass customization means that we can deliver more things to people exactly as they choose for it to be delivered, not just creating more of the same things that everyone can enjoy and look exactly the same. So the only way to facilitate that is through the technology. And so that's what we're getting a chance to introduce here. So as much as I love the Innovation Center in New York, what I also love is that the ACC Fashion Incubator has all of the same components here at ACC. Yes, it's a real thing. We've got $13 million worth of equipment, hardware and software here at ACC to be able to create a very similar innovative experience that allows you to be able to pinpoint your product very specifically and to be able to activate those digital systems to be able to bring a very targeted product to market in a reasonable amount of time. So this is something that we're really proud of and something that we absolutely want to activate in our local community. But we know that because of COVID and some of the other things, the in-person experience has been slowed down considerably. But we do want to make sure that you guys are aware of these opportunities. As the doors open, we will be providing a lot more services in this direction. So we'd love for you guys to get a chance to see it. And then we'd love for you to get a chance to see it and adopt it and take it with you. We won't be able to support everyone. We are a learning institution, but we do want you to get a chance to see what it can do. And we expect that we'll get a lot of your wheels turning about what's possible in this space. So once we get open in a regular sense, inviting visitors from the outside back on a campus again, we would love to get a chance to share with you all the exciting things that are coming down the pike at ACC Fashion Incubator. So what I want to do is kind of close out here, but the mass customization is key. The integration of technology throughout the supply chain is key. We really want to make sure that customers are not just satisfied with their purchase, but are in love with their purchase, that they invest in their purchase. And, really whenever you see products like this going out the door, they go out the door at full price because there's nothing to mark down. So if you're looking at, creating product and you're like looking at your entire inventory and what's had to go to markdown versus what's had to go out full price, you'll really see that this model really provides a lot of benefits to be able to go to market in a much more strategic way. So we can't wait to get a chance to share with you more about how that actually works and to be able to do more with you guys here in the future. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. We'll provide our contact information here shortly, and we will catch up with you guys soon. That has been Coffee Talk. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye.